Hello, everybody. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by all the kind folks who donate to the show on a monthly basis using our Patreon account. If you would like to be one of those people, please visit our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/FrogE_style. Frog, the letter E, _style. You can donate as little as $1 a month, which gains you access to all bonus content that is currently out and that will be out in the future, or you can donate as much as $25 a month, and that gets you way cooler rewards. I would just like to thank everybody who does donate to the show. It means the world to me. And also thank you to all the people who like, share, review, leave comments, whatever, even just listen. It means a lot, and I appreciate it immensely. If you guys are fans of the show and you would like to keep up to date with information and stuff like that, sign up for our newsletter. You can do that by visiting fsproductions.ca, and it's going to be the very first thing you see when you visit the website. All you do, you put in your email, and bam, hit submit. You're signed up. It literally takes 2 seconds. The newsletter contains things such as show release schedules, download links for music from the previous month's guests, and also it enters you into a monthly draw for a cool prize pack. The prize pack usually includes merch from bands like CDs, shirts, toques, stickers, that kind of stuff, and then you also get a bunch of FrogE style merch as well. So sign up for the newsletter, fsproductions.ca. It literally costs you nothing. It takes 2 seconds, and you could win a bunch of cool stuff. So fsproductions.ca, check it out. There's lots of cool stuff up there. Also, if you are fans of the show, consider visiting our YouTube channel. It's just FrogE Style Productions. I post all of the Groove Talk episodes up on there. All the podcasts get posted up on there. And also there's some exclusive content that you're only going to be able to find on YouTube, or if you are a patron on Patreon. So yeah, check out our YouTube channel. On this week's episode, I am joined again. Actually, I joined them at their jam space, but by Crooked Spies. It's always an absolute blast talking to these guys. They're lots of fun to talk to. They have a new album coming out on December 15th, and they also are playing a show at the Night Owl on that same night. It'll be their album release show. You can get tickets at ticketfly.com. So yeah, we talk all about the upcoming album in this show, the album release show that they'll be playing as well. We talk about that. We talk about what went into the recording of the album and kind of what the band's been up to since the last time I talked to them, which was about 6 months ago. The entire band is now in Calgary, so they're doing a lot more things around the city, playing a lot more shows. They'll be playing the Big Winter Classic this year, so that's really cool. But yeah, like I said, I love talking to these guys. The conversation was fun. It was silly. There's lots of laughs. And I hope you really enjoy my conversation with Crooked Spies. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Oh, and at the end of the episode, you can catch a little teaser from their upcoming album, High Plains, which will be available December 15th and is really awesome, and I highly recommend you pick up a copy when it is available. You will be able to find it on basically everywhere that music is sold: iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp. There's physical copies, so yeah, I highly recommend you check that out on December 15th, High Plains. It's really rad. Okay, Thanks for listening and enjoy this episode of Groove Talk.
This is Groove Talk with FrogE Style.
Welcome to another episode of Groove Talk, everybody. On this week's episode, I'm joined by Crooked Spies again.
Yeah.
What's up? So you guys have been pretty busy, it seems, since the last time we talked. Playing a lot of shows.
We've been busy.
We've been busier.
Yeah.
Busier than the usual. I now live in Calgary officially. Last time we talked, I was living
Was it that long ago?
Vancouver.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know, 6 months ago probably?
Yeah, it seems like that, yeah.
Something like that, maybe.
Cool.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
I'd
Too
say-
bad I wasn't having fun.
Let's talk about that.
Wait, what's wrong? Is this?
Yeah.
Is it, I feel like this is like an episode of Maury now. Band talk when the drummer's mad. What happened, Mark?
I am the band dad, so we better address this right now, son. You alright?
Yeah.
So that was just a filthy fucking lie then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, dude. We've been doing lots of stuff.
I don't know what we've been doing though, but it feels
Lots
like we've been
of
doing lots
shows.
of shows.
Edmonton, Kelowna, Calgary.
We gotta say Kelowna's pretty crazy.
It's a good time.
Pretty fun.
It felt like we played a show there on, I don't remember when, it's probably a month ago. It's on a Saturday. And man, before we even got into the bar, the place was full. It was insane. It felt like Roadhouse or something. Like we probably should have been playing behind a cage and bottles would have been flying. And yeah,
It
just
was
a
pretty
rowdy
wild.
night.
That was a sweet night.
We've been playing with a lot of cool bands lately. We got to open for Danko Jones. That was fun. Ben DeSinister, which was fun. And then I think there's two exciting things. One is we're releasing an album December 15th with some of our favorite buds, Ghost Factory and Free the Cynics.
Yeah.
And then something that me and Steve thought was kind of like mind-blowing was Big Winter Classic. The first wave got announced.
Yeah.
And I was pretty intoxicated. We were
Very excitable. Wow.
very excitable, and we had a show at Dickens, and Steve was like, "Oh man, did you see like the Big Winter Classic lineup? Les and Jake is playing." And I was just like, "What? Like what? Like
60 or what is it, 14, 15-year-old Dylan and Steve listening to punk rock compilations, and I think Les and Jake was like my favorite band at that time. So
yeah, we used to like religiously watch this live DVD of Les and Jake and tried to mimic their insanity that is stage banter." Anyways, it was like that was kind of like a full circle moment, I guess. It was
he might have broke
holy
down.
shit.
I don't know.
I didn't-
Crazy shit was happening.
There was no tears, but it was just like pure, just like
Dad
what the
doesn't cry.
Dad never.
Dads don't cry, man.
Yeah, that's not true.
Have you ever seen your dad cry?
No. But he is the strong. Like I don't know how to explain him. He's the Terminator.
I saw my dad cry like one time in my entire life, and it was like the most, I don't know, it was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I can
It's hard
imagine.
not to just cry alongside.
You're
Yeah.
just like, but you're supposed to not cry. You're supposed to be the tough one.
My symbol of strength.
No, we all cry often. That's what rock and roll's about.
Dylan's speaking for the band on that one.
Yeah,
So we've been busy playing shows and crying, and
that's about it. Really, just one after the other.
there's been a lot of kind of like emailing about mixes, about photos, about we just filmed another music video too, so that's being edited.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of chat about merchandise and next year. And Dylan's in school right now, actually, with a really cool program. So he's been learning a lot and putting a lot of techniques forward. Maybe shine some light on that, Dylan.
So I'm in this program with a bunch of really amazing mentors. It's called the AE West program, put on by CMI, which is Canada's Music Incubator. So they normally do a program out in Toronto, and it's a 5-week thing where they have a bunch of different industry folk and and things like that come in and just kind of teach you how to be an entrepreneur in the industry. And yeah, this is week 3. It's the first time they've done it in Calgary, and it's been like unbelievably amazing. Helped you with grant writing, like tour support, all those kind of things. So yeah, it's definitely a lot to take in, but I think absurdly beneficial.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, how did you get involved with something like that?
Well, I think Sammy saw
So
a
random.
Facebook post
Yeah.
about it from like, was it the Wendigo guys or something?
Well,
posted
I
it?
know a few people had gone from Calgary, like Misha from Misha and the Spanks. She had gone out to this program in Toronto. There was another guy, Aaron Pollock, who was at that program too. And I just kind of seen through social media like what they were doing. And then all of a sudden I saw this program pop up. I was like, oh, these are the same guys. And I just tagged Dylan in it. Didn't really think anything. I was just like, check it out. Like, it might be a cool thing. And it did end up being a really cool thing.
Yeah,
So-
it was kind of nuts. Like I moved back from Vancouver, like quit my job to be able to hang out with these guys a little more often and do more band stuff was kind of the ultimate goal. And it just happened. Like when you sent it to me, I think the program was like literally kicking off like a month after. So just put in an application, not really expecting to get in, and
No.
then yeah, I got a call and an interview and got accepted into the program, and it just worked out perfectly because I'm not really, like, I am working right now, but I kind of work now on my own terms and I can go away when I kind of want. Company's been really awesome like that, and yeah, so I'm in this thing for 5 weeks and it's just been so sweet. A lot of diversity in the musicians. Like, we're pretty much the only rock band that's taking part, and everyone else is like, there's R&B artists, there's country artists, there's like electronic artists, so it's pretty darn cool. There's a lot of talent in Canada, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And we definitely felt, I felt like the underdog going in there. A lot of these people have,
Certainly that's how it felt.
yeah, a lot of different backgrounds, but yeah, man, like, it's the first time I've ever worked with a vocal coach, which is like, was a game changer for me, because I obviously sing fairly aggressively and I have a tendency to blow out my voice. So just like one vocal lesson with Carolyn. She plays in a band called High Love. Man, unbelievable. So anyone that needs vocal training, check out High Love. Unbelievable.
That's awesome. That sounds really like a sick opportunity.
Yeah, it's kind of just crazy, like pretty insane.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What is that? There's like a bird.
It's a fucking air conditioner. If you people can hear some little buzzing in the background, like, I tried.
I'm just doing
I
some
really
really light
did
humming
try.
here to try to bring the ambience up, and positive energy with my humming.
It's the groove.
It is the groove.
Feel my ohm.
That's pretty sick.
I'm feeling it.
Speaking of ohms,
Okay.
been doing some yoga lately.
I don't know where that was going.
It's a
like a
podcast though. They
meditative
can't see
state,
the
right?
poses, so don't.
I'm not good at yoga. I'm not bragging about it or something. It's not like I'm sitting here like bragging.
Please don't take us through a
But
sun salutation.
I can stretch. That's where I'm at.
Great.
Just YouTube videos in the morning, cup of coffee, stretch it out. Can't remember the main YouTube video I used, but just a great gal. all around.
mentioning. What a
Yeah, man.
podcast. Oh man.
Yeah, I got.
I'm sorry, Cody. I feel like we already derailed this fucking.
We are in rest and digest mode, which is a biological thing. If you know anything about science, there, people.
It's the parasympathetic system.
Yeah, that's right. So like basically, I feel like I'm in a coma, and then words are coming out of my mouth.
No, that's different. That's called acid.
Dylan's
Oh,
in a
right.
downward dog position right now. Currently. Just so you know.
The happy baby is probably my favorite
Oh, that's a good one.
thing.
Oh,
Pose.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
grab my feet quite
Grab
yet.
the toes, right, with the pinkies. Or
Yeah, I gotta get my my girlfriend to help me with that one. I can't reach my feet, but one day.
Yeah.
I like child's pose. That's just me.
Yeah, that's always good.
Because I can fall asleep and nobody will know.
like in all seriousness though, it really does make you feel great.
Yeah.
Probably better than, drinking and doing drugs, but those are all good things too, right?
Yeah.
I got to stretch
it.
more. Just the other day at a show, I pulled my shoulder. It's like
Yeah,
tweaky ass shoulder, like twitching out on me. And,
mid-set, shoulder tweak.
yeah, it happened like mid-set.
It was interesting.
It was hard to push through. Usually I like to jump around and stuff. Couldn't really do that. It was a pain.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get older, I guess, and don't stretch or do yoga before the show.
Has anybody else had any injuries while playing?
Not well playing, but like the next day, definitely not feeling great.
Tooth?
Oh
You
yeah,
did chip a tooth.
I think we talked about that last time.
Oh,
yeah, I've smashed my face on a microphone and
Oh, we did talk
I
about
was
that
super
last time.
Yeah.
intoxicated.
But he's
and
had it fixed
Didn't even
since.
remember. Yeah, now my teeth are complete.
I didn't even notice
Hey,
that.
also fun fact
Nice
about
teeth.
teeth. Man, you guys got to get an electric toothbrush. Those things are unbelievable. Like just a game changer.
Buddy, I get the new model
Yeah.
as soon as it comes out.
Where you been?
I'm old school. Remember, I'm Band-Aid. I don't know these things.
No, Cindy's an orthodontist assistant.
Oh.
I
No
get
way.
All the hookups. Like,
Really?
I haven't paid for toothpaste in 23 years.
For anyone who doesn't know, Cindy is Mark's mom.
Can we just do the math on that real quick? 23 years worth? Like, if you say a tube a month,
Right.
how much is that? I gotta.
Are you
It's
using a
expensive.
tube a month?
That seems like
Excessive.
a lot of toothpaste.
That's
yeah.
way too
I
much,
mean, that's
Steve.
Okay,
You need to dial it
how
back.
many
I don't
tubes?
know. I'm not sure. Maybe like,
How many tubes a year?
oh fuck, I have no idea. Like
Give me a rough here.
6?
6 tubes.
Once every
Toothpaste,
once
yeah.
every 2 months.
Okay, that's cool. And then how much is it for
I think
toothpaste?
that's probably
Like,
fair.
$5
Seems
maybe?
reasonable. I'd probably go through a tube a month. I don't
Maybe
know.
like $3 for toothpaste.
Bigger these
right?
tubes.
Yeah, that's the other
Maybe
thing
I
we
gotta
gotta talk.
brush
There's
more.
small
Like, I'm
tubes,
not
there's big
ripping
tubes.
through tubes. Like,
Well, that's I don't want to answer it. Then someone, my mom's gonna be like, I
It's
listen to your
like-
I got
$10
good teeth. Like, they
toothbrush.
shine and shit. I don't know.
That's actually not that much money.
how much? Give me that.
I'm not even gonna.
What was it like?
Based on
It's enough for you could have had a case of beer over those years with all the money you saved.
You know what? It's more the time spent having to go to the store is where I feel I saved.
Oh yeah, there you go. Gas money, you gotta calculate
Exactly,
that.
man. It all adds up. It all adds up.
But I mean, you're probably going to the store anyway, so. So
We just derailed the shit like, right away.
How do we get out of this one? Though?
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Bringing it back.
let's talk about your guys' new album.
Sweet, yeah, right on.
High
Yeah.
Plains.
It's called High Plains. It's 10 songs. 9 songs? 10 songs.
10 songs. Yeah.
10 songs. It was recorded over
A year.
about a year.
years.
No, not 2 years.
Well, a year and a half.
No, because we
Not really.
started recording with Mark. So we started recording with Mark Troyer from Evergreen Sound like November last year.
But that was just one track.
That was waiting.
Waiting. And then we
Wasn't
did.
that April
But no.
that
No.
year? I'm pretty sure it was.
Here's the deal. Realistically, we
Wait,
did 2
November?
sessions.
No, it wasn't November of last year.
No, it was like
Oh, fuck,
July.
yeah, 'cause
this
Because I was
like
in the band by then.
Right.
It was January that we did the first set with me
Oh,
and
shit.
waiting.
End of December.
You guys
Yeah.
had said waiting had been done for like 8 months already.
All right,
so like
Steve's
March,
right.
April.
It was April last year that we
It's an
recorded
M.
"Waiting" as a single, and
Then we did 2
the sound was
sessions.
awesome. So we were like, "Yeah, we're totally gonna record the rest of our album here." And just with me being in school and Dylan working and living in Vancouver, it took us a while to like kind of figure it out. So last December we did, last December we did 4 tracks and played a bunch of shows and just like got super busy. And then I think it was May, we went and did the other 5. And then over the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, it seems like, oh my God, how long was it? Just like mixing and finishing vocals and stuff. I think it was June when the vocals were finally done.
Yeah. It was kind of not like we didn't like grind it out or anything like
No.
that. It was just,
It was a long road, man.
we had the songs pretty much written like within like, I don't know. Everything was, the first time, like we went in, what'd you say, January?
And,
January.
yeah, the end of December, right?
So when we
Yeah.
went in December, like I'd say half the album was written. So we laid down those songs that we had finished, and then
Yeah.
we had a good idea of what else was going to be on it. And then, yeah, we finished those up. And the thing that I thought was really cool is that Mark actually kind of stepped in a little bit more. Mark Troyer is the guy that recorded it, like more as in a producer role too. So he definitely steered some of the songs in directions that we might not have gone otherwise. And then the album, I guess, like as a whole, we really wanted to do vinyl, and so badly, but band fund is like completely depleted at this point, and we didn't have money to do vinyl. So the way that the album is laid out is almost as if there's kind of I see it as two like separate EPs almost. Like the first half is like would be the A side, and it's like pretty heavy riff-based rock, I guess, and then the second half it definitely has more of like that pop punky influence, I think.
We had discussed that too, and that was in part of like shaping the. It was really important for us this album to write something cohesive. Treason kind of came at a time where the band fund was at a place where we could record the 10 songs, and it was kind of more of like a compilation. We arranged it in an order we thought would flow good, but it was more of like a compilation of songs we had just written.
Yeah,
whereas this song,
when Steve says the 10 songs, he means like the only 10 songs that we had.
Yeah,
so we just recorded the 10 songs that we had.
Whereas this one was kind of, we had more time, and we spent a lot of time trying to shape the songs to fit in a certain place on the album. And for a long time, we thought the title was going to be Into, and that you're going to have that real vinyl experience of like that, the one side and the other side, and the flipping it, and
A and B side,
and totally different feels and different sides of the band. But we ran out of money. Plain and simple. And it was kind of like a little bit of dissonance with the band, with the album title, Into, and so kind of have to dig a little further into the songs and what they meant. And
so it's called High Plains, and that is like a testament to this geographical location that we love and live in. We have the plains, we have the mountains, we have all this beautiful stuff around us that all four of us really do enjoy taking part in our daily lives. And I'd say a lot of the song lyrics and not the structures, but the lyrics and the theme to the songs kind of incorporate this idea of nature. But on the other side, like just the raw, visceral, characteristics of being human. So it's this weird mix between those things.
Visceral.
Does that sound right?
It sounds kind of right. I don't know. I think we all have our own take. We all liked High Plains quite a bit, I think. Like, that's why it stuck.
I was stoked.
It is a lyric in one of the songs on the album, and I guess for me, it's like the quest to keep the music going is like a high road, but High Plains just sounds like Calgary. It just sounds like where we live, and every day is kind of like a different challenge, whether it's between scheduling or like trying to get in the same place to practice, or like getting to the venue, getting organized in the venue, battling with equipment when it goes in the middle of a show, whether it's strings or fucking pedal boards, power, skins, drummers, whatever it is. It's drummers. Like there's so many obstacles, and it's kind of like it always feels like a battle, but it's so worth it. Like at the end of it, with all the sweat and smiling at the end of playing, it's always worth it. So even though we're on the High Plains, we love it.
High Plains.
December 15th, High Plains.
Not to be mistaken with like aircraft that are flying very high.
It's true, yeah. It's PLAINS.
Yes.
Like prairie, but plains.
You got it.
That are not low.
You got it.
Friday, December 15th,
call,
2017, High Plains.
Night Owl. Tickets in advance at ticketfly.com/something that takes you to the thing.
www.crooked.com/high/.
P.S. The album's friggin' dope. So we didn't say that.
No, it is really good. I gave it it's really, really good.
You like it?
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Oh,
good
dude,
to know.
thank you.
It's super sick.
I want to make sure you got to listen before you came in. Just kind
Yeah.
of see what we've been cooking up for the last forever.
Well, I guess that's kind of a curious thing that we should ask you questions. What did you think of the album? Like,
It was shit.
do you see any of the growth or?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely, now that you mentioned the whole A and B side, you can see the you can actually, I notice it.
Yeah.
It did get kind of softer and more like kind of melodic almost towards the
Yeah,
end.
it does.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does come in very heavy. Like even just the intro to the album is like really awesome. It's it's like with that distortion and then just like
It it hits hard to start.
Sweet, thanks,
so
man.
if you like
Yeah.
rock and roll, then you'll like the A side, and if you don't, then
Well, there's
Check
a
out the
B-side.
B-side.
If you don't like that, then I don't know.
I don't know.
the whole thing kind of has like a bluesy feel to it as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice that that's still alive. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I like hearing that.
And it's more evident on the kind of the B side, but it's still definitely there on the A side.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Right on.
I think it kind of shines through most songs a little bit.
That was one of my favorite things about these guys when I joined the band was kind of that. Like, you say you have a lot of different influences and stuff, but that blues is my favorite. That always seems to come through.
Yeah, like
bluesy
we're
guitar playing.
we're by no means a blues band.
No, but it's
But we
it's
love
written
the blues.
by, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's hard
Music
to
written by
escape.
people who love blues.
Yeah,
You can't
you
really
can't
escape
escape
how
it.
you know, Dylan and I were both taught the blues when we were growing up and learning guitar and bass, and that's just how we play.
Yeah.
And I, in like other bands too, I'd hear a lot about my drumming style. I always was told I was a metal drummer, and that was like all I played growing up, basically. So even if it wasn't metal music, just be like, you play like a metal drummer.
I know that you're a metal. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say you can even kind of hear that in the songs as
yeah.
well, with some of like the breakdowny parts. And
Major highlight.
This guy
He's
was
amazing.
a
Dude,
game
oh
He's
changer
amazing.
on the album.
Mark
The
is
drum
amazing
sound.
on the drums. And he hates being talked up, so I just will also say that I love playing with him because he's always a pleasure to be on stage with, just like smiling, so focused.
He's just kind of a dick, though. Like honestly.
No,
On stage.
Dylan and him have this thing going on.
He's kind of not a nice
so-
human, and
I just hate my dad. I'm a young teenager.
he's the type of guy that'll just piss in your gas tank and not think anything of it.
You're tearing this family apart. Quick,
No,
let the
he's the
rub.
nicest human. So like that's kind of the deal. Is like
Nicest human.
we try to be nice guys.
Sickest drummer.
We just like to have fun.
It was gnarly because these guys didn't get to sit with Mark in the recording studio. It was actually how we recorded it was me and Mark went in
yeah, that's
for
fucked
the
up
first
too.
part. We actually weren't all in the studio for more than 1 hour together, and that was the very end of the album
Everyone
when like we
did
were
their
finishing
shit
vocals.
on their own.
Yeah,
and I
and then
basically
ran
just
to
showed
work,
up
I
after
think.
work because we wanted a picture with like us and Mark.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah, it was
four
a
of us
very
in the studio
disconnected
together,
experience. I guess.
it did not happen often.
Which I don't know. I think it speaks a lot to just like our unison. But man, like Mark would just go into the recording area of the studio and just like it was crazy. Like no one was there except for me to listen to this. And it was just like our Mark Troyer would tell Mark in the recording, "This is gonna be tough." He told our drummer, he just was like, "Man, can you?"
Troyer and Lawler.
Yeah, can you try this? And Mark would be like, oh yeah. And then Mark would just like look at me and be like, what the fuck? Like he can just do that right away? Like it was pretty cool
Troyer,
experience. Yeah,
yeah.
Troyer was saying that.
Yeah, that was not my experience in the studio. I'll tell you that much. Mine was like, "Could you do that again?" Fuck. Could you do that again? God damn it.
It was kind of disjointed that where, you know, it was either solo or you'd have somebody there, like one person watching you, but never was the whole band there the whole time. I would love to have. I mean, a big part of that is just our schedules were crazy. Dylan was maybe in a different city when Mark was busy doing drums or Samson bass, but I would really look forward to in the future having enough funding and enough like a lax enough schedule to take a week or two and be like, that's our studio time. And go and
even
do it all
definitely
together, have some
photos.
songs ready, but then also see what comes out of the experience. But I mean, that's it just wasn't feasible for what we did. And I guess it kind of speaks to a bit of what the songs are about and what we're about. It's just kind of like making it happen.
That's been like
From the seat of our pants.
for a couple of years. Just keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
But also, isn't that kind of fitting that was the way that it was recorded? Like that's how the last 2 years were.
Yeah, that's exactly
Like so, it's like why not do the album that way too?
If we could,
Like no rehearsal, just show up and just do it.
we had finished recording one of the final tracks in May, and there was no lyrics for it. And we had to go back in June. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's like we love this song, but how the hell are we gonna write lyrics for it? It was like Seeing Red on the album. It was kind of like, how do we write lyrics over this riff?
It's a weird one.
We wrote the music and we loved it. And we're like, we gotta record this. But I'm stoked with how the singing came out.
Same.
And we're still kind of working to take it live, to adjust it somehow. But it was a haphazardous kind of thing. It was like, yeah, we know that this is right for the album. We know the song sounds sick. It's not quite done. Like, what do we do? It's like, we're doing it. So make it happen.
Drum and bass laying down.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
I don't know. We're just pumped to get it out. Like it's been a long time. It's been like almost 3 years, right, since Treason. So
Yeah.
like that's a long
You're
fucking
asking
time.
the wrong guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at you. You know.
It's like, yeah, totally happy.
No, 2 years. It's been 2 years.
2.5 years?
2.5
It'll be
years.
2.5 years.
April.
Oh, April. Yeah, so like
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely wouldn't be able to tell that you guys recorded it all, like, individually. It like, it just melds together so well that it just,
Man,
That's
we should-
surprising
I
to
think
hear.
a big part of that's Mark though, like the
Lawler.
way Lawler here, our drummer, Mark, our drummer.
Lawler.
He laid down all those, like, even the first four, crush the drums, go in and you hear what he's done. And it's like, holy shit! There was like
makes it easier.
so many moments there that were already full, and made it really easy to record guitar over it too. And I'm sure it was like that with the second set too. But
Pretty stoked on the guitar tones too. Guitar tones can be like hit or miss, and
We used a bunch of guitars.
bunch of different guitars and just overdrove the shit out of our amps basically to get
Oh man.
that happening.
yeah,
Words are hard.
we made music.
We make music. Yeah. No, I'm ready to do the next one now, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we got the first taste of the next two riffs.
Yeah.
Yesterday, just last night, Dylan whipped them out.
Yeah, it's gonna be way different than this album probably. But that's okay. Right? No, it's not okay.
No, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Our schedule is still kind of crazy,
We'll see what
but
Troyer does.
it'll be nice to have this out in the open, to bring the other tracks that we've kept hidden, start playing those live. And then we'll be in a place, hopefully, when we're practicing on a nice schedule, we'll be like writing and producing more stuff. So hopefully not 2 years for the next album. Hopefully,
don't think
hopefully a year, and hopefully a tour, and
I mean,
hopefully school can die.
I'd love to take
But-
a stab at doing
That too.
doing live off the floor.
That would be great.
Like that was like the original plan for this record was Mark Troyer, the guy who recorded this one. It's just Mark and Mark, man. Marky Mark.
Just gotta go try.
Recording Mark.
So Troyer, yeah, he wanted us to do live off the floor at OCL and just bang it out in like a couple days, and we were like,
We can't do
that
that.
sounds amazing, but
But we're
No,
not
we
the
don't.
static shift.
yeah, well, we don't practice ever. So
You need a bit more.
Unless you got
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
yes, that could have gone really poorly.
Yeah.
It would have.
It would have, yeah. That's a good thing. You got to just like be realistic about.
No, I think so too. I don't think it would have. I think if we only did a couple tracks at OCL, which was kind of like the option, it wouldn't have been as cohesive.
No, it wouldn't have.
I'm happy with how long ago Waiting was and how well it fits with everything.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like it sounds. It doesn't. It was like 6 months, 8 months before we did our first four.
and it fits, and
Yeah.
you couldn't tell that it was recorded at a different time or anything.
So stoked about that.
Yeah, it was cool, man. We're just pumped to put it out, and yeah, we like
Play 'em
Steve was
live.
saying, yeah, live. The new songs live will be fun to do, and then like Steve said, we did a video for one of the songs on the album called "Raised by Wolves," and we filmed it out at the same spot that we took our album cover shot.
And it's the same song from which the album title comes from?
Yes, it is. High Plains is in the song Raised by Wolves, and yeah, pumped on that. Just snowballing here. Just snow angeling over here.
It's kind of been cool to see the reception to the album cover on Facebook when we announced the new album was coming out.
People were pumped on it.
Everyone recognizes it.
Yeah, everybody recognizes it. So many people have memories with
at least
it.
once.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I guess what's something that you kind of maybe learned from your first album that you kind of applied to the making of this album?
From the
Good
first
question.
I think we just kind of, we went from like a basement recording studio to like a garage recording studio. So like we're moving up.
We're above ground now.
Like we're above ground now.
Although Evergreen's gorgeous, just because it's in the garage. Like,
Yeah,
still,
man, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, don't
That's
take
a
what I'm saying.
really
It's like
nice garage door.
but it's legit in a garage. So
What did we learn though?
absolutely,
Yeah, we almost
I was just trying to dodge that
we
question.
made
Thanks,
all
guys.
the same mistakes. No, I think being brothers on the first album was trying. Sometimes we had some moments where we were maybe not quite focused on the music,
I don't remember that
and
at all.
I think there was none. I think there was like none of those moments during this album. So that
Because we
was
never
sweet.
saw each other.
It was great.
So what do you learn? Must
Great.
never be in the same room as me.
No, I think no, we did better at kind of like creatively working together towards a target, just because our views were different.
I'll tell you what I learned.
What did you learn?
I learned that I improved as a guitar player, but I'm still a shitty guitar player. For a quality product, you should practice playing and singing. And it was trying at times, for sure, to lay down things tight. Not
Yeah.
for you three.
Actually, that being said, too, I learned to get my guitars
Tuned up.
before going into the studio, so you're not always battling with tuning.
I feel like you need. Oh, this is another thing I learned. Don't play shows before you're gonna go record vocals.
Yeah.
The next day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, thanks for that. December 28th, Ship and Anchor. Vocals that day and the next day.
Yeah, that didn't work out at all.
It did work out because
It did.
we have an album.
Troy
but
wasn't
Pumped
ecstatic
at
about
all.
it.
No.
Neither were we, though.
Yeah,
Studio,
didn't bother
food,
me.
show, sleep, studio.
Like, embarrassed, just that I don't.
But that was where we were, man. It's like
yeah,
you're coming home to Calgary. You have like 4 days here. You want to play a show,
yeah, it was 4 days here back to the Mac, you know?
and we were recording at the same time, but. You gotta play
We just did
shows,
what we had to
man.
do, and
Shows
that's
is
how we did
shows
it.
is
I just
church
I honestly
for us.
fucking hate recording.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I hate it so much. It's like it's good at times, and then at times you want to fucking shoot yourself in the face.
Oh man.
And it's just like, why can't we just go play a show?
So yeah, that's
So recording's awesome.
that's kind of what I mean, though. In I guess more of a positive way. Like looking forward, the next recording experience would be cool to have it just be really casual and chill.
I do really like. I've had the experience of being in like a bigger studio when I was a lot younger, and I definitely had no chops as a musician at all. And those were like it scarred me for life. So then like going into the basement studio vibe or like moving up into the garage, like it was awesome because it's like a very controlled environment and it's very comfortable, and it's like, let's try this. You don't have the pressure of like this insanely large studio and all these fancy people like telling you things to do. So that I loved.
Yeah, it was just us, and we
Yeah.
weren't even all together. It was just like we put down what we felt was best, and
Yeah, that's the other
a
thing
lot of good
too.
stuff came out of Troyer kind of having that producer role. Like some really creative, like awesome guitar stuff came out of there. Like Steve just showed up and like didn't have anything. Well, I don't know if he had anything written, but he came basically off the plane, went to the studio, and was just like, "Here's my sick riffs."
Yeah, that's true.
Did I? When is this?
I don't know. There's some new lead riffs and stuff that were in there. And
Mark definitely shaped it.
The other thing though is that the album is not overproduced, and that was something that we kind of wanted to avoid. It's definitely a higher production quality, but like we still embrace like those flaws, so it sounds real, and it's kind of reflective of our live show a little bit. Where, man, we fucking definitely miss chords on the regular, but the energy's there. And it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah. Troyer, Mark Troyer, Evergreen Sound.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Thank you, Mark Troyer.
Thanks, buddy.
You're the best.
Awesome. So I guess since we're getting close to the end of the year, do you guys have any plans for the new year?
We got a album release show at Dickens with In Search of Sasquatch on January 6th. We have a show in Edmonton on January 5th, potentially.
Oh.
Okay, we have Big Winter
Classic. Yeah. Stoked for big.
Research on that video.
Big Winter Classics,
Seems
definitely
like
the most exciting thing in coming up quick in the new year.
I'm stoked.
Stoked.
Yeah.
I was really sick last big. I had strep throat and we played, and I was there every night still watching bands, but it was like such a painful experience.
Yeah.
But
physically,
it was awesome being there. So many wicked bands, so much good energy, man.
I don't know if you're
stoked this year,
but I think I vomited more than I ever have at Big in a garbage can.
Yeah, I remember like
and
having.
It wasn't from alcohol. It was not alcohol induced. It's probably Crohn's induced.
I was gonna be like Crohn's.
But
Jordan,
a security guard came over and was like, I thought I was gonna get kicked out because I was like being respectful. I was puking into the garbage can.
Yeah, I was there.
And he's like, "You all right, man?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, you take your time." And I was like, "All right, thank you."
Thank God. There's somewhere you're gonna do it. That's the right place.
That's the right place to do that.
Yeah, big, and then I don't know.
We're gonna just do a bunch of weekend little tours through till March, I guess, and then take a month, and then we're gonna go. I think we're in the process of booking right now, but yeah, we're gonna do across Canada and hit up Canadian Music Week, and that's all for the foreseeable future.
That's it so far.
Well, I'll tell you later.
Well, oh, okay.
Was there something?
Yeah.
Because
Wait, you gotta
we
delete
can be
this
there,
out of this
but, like,
podcast. This is secret, top secret information.
Yeah, we're good.
are we in?
Yeah. Well, not.
Well, we're not in, but we're in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You will find out more.
It's classified.
Yeah, Classified the rapper.
Basically, what we're doing in May is, and we're gonna go.
The coolest moment. Not really, because I don't like.
Okay,
hip-hop
start that story again, because Steve was saying some weird beats.
I just watched Macklemore side stage beside Classified. Like I was just chilling beside Classified, and we were just watching Macklemore.
When was this?
It was when HCH played Boonstock like years ago, a couple of years ago.
That's sweet.
And yeah, it was just that was cool. So
One
I
of
was
those
like
moments.
hanging out, chatting with him for a bit.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
Goofy.
Yeah.
He's from out east.
Something that we're trying to hook up is Mercules on a track.
Oh, this is so like.
This will never
This is
happen.
so up in the air.
Got a buddy.
We
who,
have
like, got
friends.
drunk with
Yes.
a guy who knows Hercules one night.
No. We have like kind of like a weird lateral connection. My best friend growing up is his girlfriend's good friend is dating Mercules, and so a bunch of my friends really like him and go see his shows because he's good shit. He's awesome, and. I guess they were drinking. And he's like, "Yeah, my friend has a band, and you should totally check them out and maybe collaborate with them." And you know, as they're drunk and like hanging out, he's like, "Yeah, sure, man, that's awesome." And so he comes back and tells us this story, and we're like, "Man, that would actually be really fucking cool." So I don't think nothing has really been. No, we haven't reached out or anything yet, but it's a vision we have, and it's something we'd love to do.
I'm calling you out right now, Merc.
Mark, if you hear this, we want you, man.
We have a politically driven song called What You Say, and we want you to spit hot fire on it. My name's Dylan. 5 best rappers in the world.
Mark, do you remember me? My band was like 4 or 6 bands before you at a festival 3 years ago. Do you remember that? We're totally homies.
Sweet, man.
Well, this took a spin.
Always does, man.
There's
I've always wanted to be in the world of hip hop.
Really?
No.
Okay. I just didn't see that side of you initially. Like maybe you just got it hidden.
No, I like Jurassic 5 a lot because Steve introduced me to them.
I like J5.
And I really, really enjoy them. But I know very little about that realm. But if you want to talk about realms.
Whoa. Like
what are we talking about here?
Interstellar.
Bring this
No,
on.
got a new
just
board
like-
game though. Got a new board game. Seven Wonders. Loving it.
Nice.
Oh, God. So
We
good.
gotta play that.
Oh,
Seven
man.
Wanderers?
Seven Wonders.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I played that before, just
Dude.
briefly, but
It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. I'm usually into more strategy, a little nerdier, but I mean it holds up.
Dylan loves board games.
Yeah.
How many you got?
I don't know.
What was the big one you're into? Monster Hunter? No, that's
No, that's a
game.
video game.
Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon Fighter is ridiculous.
That's like essentially the same
Have
thing.
you heard of Dungeon Fighter?
I think I might have.
Okay, so Dungeon Fighter is this really fucked up game where there's like a target board and you have to like navigate your way through a dungeon.
Please tell us about this board game.
And you have to
Please,
fight,
I'm
and you
sure
have to
everybody's
fight
so
bosses.
interested.
But
It's
to,
not like they're listening to this on their computer. They can't
to,
Google
deal,
it.
to deal hit points, you have to like bounce a dice off the table onto a board. And like it gets insane because you got to do fucked up shit where like you do like a 360, throw the dice on the table, try to get on the board, and like off your nose and like under your leg and shit. Throw a few beers in there, like you're having a time. Let's just say that.
Wow, I'm captivated.
So we're the coolest rock band in the universe by far. Sex, drugs, and board games.
Often all at the same time.
Pokemon Red hacks. that's what I'm rocking right now. When I talk about cool games, here I go.
Man, as soon as someone said Realm, I thought we were going to go on a nice 2-hour Minecraft conversation.
Oh, sorry.
Just to let you know, Mark is the leading Minecraft player in the world. If there is such a thing. Can you be number one in Minecraft?
I am in my own little world.
Got it.
Creativity.
Pretty,
Yeah, in the world you've created.
pretty sick city. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
On a less nerdy note,
Let's go somewhere else.
High Plains.
there's
Friday,
some cool
December
shows coming.
yeah, I'll take it in advance.
15th. Right now, December 15th.
Anyone watching any cool television series right now?
Rewatching
No, man. I'm in school. I don't watch TV.
We're actually watching The Office for the first time.
And what do you think?
Wait, American?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you
yes.
like
I find it too awkward to watch.
Oh, you see? That's because you suck.
Yeah.
That's a good
that is
show.
fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
It's just, but in those moments where you're like,
Yeah.
I can't not cringe at this.
Yeah, that's why I cringe so much I have to turn it off.
That's
I love
Steve
what,
Carell's
have you watched?
specialty,
Have you ever
man.
watched the British one?
Yes.
Like,
I love Ricky Gervais.
I would say twice as awkward.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it either.
It was.
But I just-
I love it.
I
and
love-
he's got
I
a
love
movie,
Ricky
Life on the Road. David Brent.
Yes.
It's like, yeah,
It's
that's
just
movie. I love
insane.
it. It's so painful.
You
to
know
watch.
there's dudes like that all over the place. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
could be that guy. Who
Yeah.
knows?
You might be.
Tell us more about that board game.
So,
Well, wait, you're like in the office.
you're like in a
Where are
dungeon,
you? How far in are you?
and you have to get out of the dungeon.
360 dice roll off the leg.
Season 7. Oh, nice. You're,
Yeah.
you're trucking then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a point where you can like tell it got popular and they just like cut back on the cringeworthiness of The Office.
Gave it a little bit more of a storyline and less just like random weird humor.
Yeah.
Still good though.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Well, once Steve Carell leaves, then
Whoa! Spoiler alert.
I'm watching The Punisher right now.
Oh, yeah.
how is it?
Dude, pretty good. But I can't get over The Punisher because he was like Shane from Walking Dead. Anyways, it's
Let it go.
I know, you gotta let it go.
Realms, man.
You guys ever
Realms,
watch?
dude.
What was that? Oh no. Oh. Uh-oh. Not oh no.
Oh, uh-oh. My TV?
Yeah, the Punisher.
Yeah.
The Punisher.
Punisher, yeah.
Speaking of television series, I got a hashtag that I want to claim right now on the air
Okay.
because I googled it and it's not out there yet. Hashtag Bob and Barb forever. Stranger Things. Hashtag Bob and Barb forever.
Now, is it like FOR or 4? Sorry to start off with
Which
such a
one?
hard
I'm gonna take both.
But then you also got to take like Ever and Eva and forever.
And Eve.
Yeah.
Because you know there's going to be one
Yeah,
idiot
for
that
Evs.
typos in.
Fucking grammar police over here.
I'm just saying, there's
Hey,
a
Steve.
lot of
Hey, Steve.
questionable
Hey Steve,
typos.
what's on your hat right now?
Pokeball. It's actually a luxury ball. You can only obtain such balls from event Pokemon at the... Anyway.
Tell me more about
Take
the
this
ball.
ball.
Worst podcast ever.
Wait. We didn't do the bone saw thing yet.
Bone saw is ready.
That's a cute costume. Did your husband make it for you?
That's not cool, bro. Did you see that? Okay. Enough said. Let's
cut it here. Did I see the what?
Oh, I don't know. It's too hard for me to explain. It has to do with gender equality, which is cool. But yeah, it was funny.
Oh, it was that comic.
Yeah, exactly.
I was the one who showed you that.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Because you showed me.
Ink Lord.
Yo, December 15th,
Night Owl. High Plains.
Crooked Spies, Free the
Friday,
Cynics,
December 15th.
Free the Cynics, Ghost Factory.
Like, hopefully this airs before the
Like
show,
who-
but
Yeah, I will. Unless like something goes terribly, terribly wrong.
okay. All right.
Like
I mean-
I explode or die or like.
I want to post it right
Bad
now.
things. Don't do those
I
things.
don't want to do those things now. I'll try not to. I'm going to try my best not to die before releasing this.
Please
What
do.
are you doing?
I will do the same.
Dude, get it.
What?
Get some.
I feel like, I'm sorry, like, we kind of just plowed right into this thing. Like,
Mr. Plow.
do you have more questions about the music?
Plow
Board games and Pokemon?
Yeah, how about you ask us something structured so we can
Sorry,
fail at
man.
answering it?
Sorry,
We'll
dude.
derail it right away.
I mean, honestly, I've gotten a lot of like people have said a lot of good things about the last podcast you guys were
I
on,
mean, I
so,
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I did too. I
yeah.
like listening back to it.
I mean, I think people enjoy random banter.
I think so.
My mom liked it.
Yeah, mom was down. She said, "Don't swear so much."
Oh, we fucked that up. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, fuck
we,
that shit.
We shitted it up.
Yeah. Doo-doo on that.
Bado.
Poo-poo platter.
This is just Steven and Dylan, Mom. It's not me. I'm not swearing.
Cindy.
It's not Cindy. It's not Mark. It's all right.
My parents don't listen to this.
Yeah.
I don't even think, honestly,
I don't think
my
J-Dubs can down this.
Probably think so.
Should get
And Sammy's dad is the
Yeah.
fucking
Get him
sweetest
into
dude
it.
in
This
the
could be
world.
the first episode that your parents listen to.
Yeah,
Can
the
we
one
just
I
take a
said they
mo?
don't listen to it.
Can we just take a mo here and thank Sammy's dad for letting us use his spot?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dad. Say something nice.
Thanks, Dad. You're sweet.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
He's what can I say? He's the boss. He's the Don. Like,
Yeah, and if you need a faucet, or if your shower head's acting up and you needed something fresh, Alan Forrest is your guy.
I just hooked a couple of the boys up with some shower heads.
Yeah,
I was
man.
gonna say, don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not. You know?
Our
I mean,
jam
I
space.
mean, the table, but
We don't have to place any names. So
Yeah, we're not
true,
putting
yeah.
names out there, but we're just saying,
You're
hey,
gonna throw them away anyways.
if you need a
I've
nice
got myself
faucet, you need a nice shower head,
new shower head.
hey,
Nice.
you need a tub in your place?
So excited.
I mean,
benefits of the jam
Alan
space.
Forrest,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
right? Right?
I guess.
Stop thinking about it.
I'm not.
Don Sampson, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
Also, we may as well just say, hey, Village, you're next door.
Hit us up.
Hook us up.
That village.
The two very clear perspectives of the Evident brothers.
Hey, we can offer you something. You can offer us something. It's going to be a good exchange. Village. As I wear big rock socks, and I also, I don't know what I'm saying now.
You're just a mess.
Beers can like other beers.
Yeah, I mean, they got to support each other in their competition.
Oh,
Oh my.
What else do you want to know, Cody? It's like, this is the last time I ever come back to this shitty place.
Again?
We will never get radio again.
Hey, thanks, Matt Berry, for playing us on Exposure.
That was thanks, Matt Berry.
Sorry, go on, Cody.
No worries. Did you guys have like any favorite moments while you were recording the album?
What was the favorite mo?
Oh, dude, I don't know if it was one moment because it was almost every day, but there's this really good bakery in Hunter Horn.
It was every day, pretty much.
And we they do like chicken buns and like pastries and stuff, and they do like Vietnamese subs. So me and Dylan grew up in that neighborhood, and we used to hit it all the time.
What's it called?
Hunter Horn Bakery.
There you go.
And
Maybe we get
Hook us up.
We were recording with Mark because it's kind of close. It's in Sandstone, and like we were just. He's like, "What do you want for lunch?" And he's like, "Oh, well, we know this place that has awesome Viet subs. Would you like one?" And he's a little bit pickier about what he likes to eat, so he gave us like very specific instructions of how it should be made. But he fell in love, and he loaded it with jalapenos and ate it super spicy. So every day there's like an hour lunch break where somebody would go and get like 8 Viet subs,
A little
and
more
chicken
jalapenos
buns,
each
beef
time.
buns.
So good. The best thing
buns.
about the Hunter Horn Bakery is that, you know what? It's a bakery. So the bread on those Viet subs is just redonk.
So good.
Great moment.
Great, Mo. That has nothing to do with music. But it was the fuel to, you know,
Honestly, one of my
quite
favorite
sick,
moments
tasty licks.
was at the end when we all finally got in the room together
Yeah.
and like we finished it. And we were all there for that moment.
That
And,
was,
like
I agree with that.
that was a great moment where we were all just like, Mark came in, our drummer, we're all there, we're just chilling. We get a photo with Troyer, and it was just like,
Finally.
we're finally done.
Also, to add to that, that was also the last day. I had just finished doing vocals. It fucking felt so good because it took a long time. And then Steve went in to do like some harmonies and stuff, just to like, we had like only intended to have him like do a couple harmonies in this one part of this song, and then
Dylan
like,
just chirped me that whole day, like, you get in here and you do some,
Yeah,
like,
fuck you,
finish
it's
up
so
your stuff.
hard.
It's like, no, that's fine, I'm
and then
alright.
he steps up to the mic and he's just singing like a friggin' boss that day. So it's like, hey, maybe we should put him on this track. Hey, maybe we should put him on this track.
Yeah, it was like 4 o'clock and we had to leave by 5:30 to get to like family dinner, then a band practice or something.
And yeah, like within a half hour, we'd gone back and put Steve on 7 of the 10 songs probably.
So good.
Well done, Steve. That was a freaking midnight tear, if you ask me.
I guess I did pretty alright at 4 p.m.
4 plum.
It was like
Yeah.
4 o'clock, actually, not midnight, but I did. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
What else for recording
That
moments?
was my mo.
What was your favorite moment?
Can't steal mine.
What's that?
I mean,
Can't
you were
steal
there
mine.
for all of like, you know,
The
4 hours and just crushed it. So
Yeah, no, I always have fun recording. I love studios. I'm the opposite of Dylan.
it's because you're talented.
I love going into the studios and setting up and playing and just fucking around and listening back and all that. So just anytime I get to sit at my drums in a studio and like have them all nicely tuned and sounding pretty, that's my favorite moment.
Cool.
Nice.
Do you think there was like maybe an advantage to stretching it out over a longer period of time?
I think it definitely allowed us to get what songs we wanted onto the album.
Yeah, there was songs that didn't make it.
Believe it or
too.
not, we had a surplus.
We cut a bunch of songs.
We had a few things that we were like, oh, should we do this one? And we just weren't feeling it for the feel of the album. And yeah, man, it was really nice, I think, to have that amount of time to think about stuff. Like, we went back to ideas. There was a lot of thought put into this album.
It was financially beneficial too.
Number one.
Had some time to make some more cash.
We had some time. We had some time to
a good
get
call.
some more shows in and make
a
sure
good
we
call.
could finish it up. I know there was some talk about like, oh, should we do like an Indiegogo or like a GoFundMe kind of drive to try to raise some money to do the album, and
Didn't do it.
we talked about it like really briefly, but it's kind of like, nah, we'd just rather do it on our own and
Yep.
made it happen. So having those two bigger sessions, like, that was easier on us financially for sure.
Awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Are we boring you, Dylan?
No, I'm just looking at something up quick.
I got a question for you, Cody, because we're talking right now. We kind of got not a lot of time to pounce on what we got to do, but we're looking at new merch ideas.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
So,
What do you want to see?
what would you want from like a band that you really like? What would you be like drawn to at a merch table?
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it is a tough
Putting
one.
them on the spot right now.
I like the Tukes. The Tukes were cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
We
Those
got
were
two
like-
for
Did you
days.
cop one for yourself?
Yeah, I took one for
Okay, good,
myself.
good.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
It's like, all right, we're gonna have to collect $10.
I saw that and I was like, okay.
Guess what? You're not leaving.
Like, here's some swag to give away. -1. You going nowhere. Bonesaw is ready.
I think we're gonna do new T-shirts.
Yeah, t-shirts are always solid.
We're thinking gloves because we've done toques, sweaters. It's winter. It's
Yeah, you gotta
fucking
get the full meal
cold.
deal on.
Yeah. The sweater's a good idea. Sweatshirt.
No.
I don't know.
Who knows, right?
You get back to us. Let us know.
We do have a contest that started today for a legitimate one-off pullover sweater that Mark custom ordered for himself, but he's too fucking tall, so
Didn't like it.
he wasn't into it. And
One X too little.
yeah, he needed another X on there, and it's freaking sweet, man. It's like Ninja Turtle green, like.
Yeah.
But we're giving that away for like whoever. You can just share our event page for the show. Fire us a like on Facebook.
High plains.
And yeah, then you're entered in the draw to win a one-off sweater and a CD.
Yeah.
That's
Signed
about-
by us.
Signed by us. We're gonna release a single.
We don't know. Well, we know which one, but
Do we know which one?
Do we know when?
We don't know any.
soon as I put that shit up there,
We're
as soon as I click go,
It'll be.
yes.
Sorry, Cody. Budget's tight. We gotta do band meeting and podcast.
Next week.
Budget and time
Next
are
week,
tight.
I think, yeah. That's just how that goes.
So, where's the album going to be available?
Everywhere.
You'll be able to stream it on Apple Music, on
HMV.
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, stream it, download it.
You can
pay
hit
for
me
it if you
up
really
on
want.
Facebook message and like, yo, Steve, can I buy one? And then I'll bring it to you for the low price of $10
And then-
and a high five.
We have super dope physical copies with download codes. Mm-hmm. With the lyrics in it. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case you didn't
There wasn't
know
enough
what
space
Dylan-
last time to do that.
No. Yeah, I'll give you one
means
afterwards.
you got
But
less to
pretty
say.
stoked on how it looks.
And then yeah, Spotify,
Spotify,
iTunes, Apple
iTunes,
Music,
physically,
Google Play, YouTube.
Deezer. Apparently, people use that.
Deezer.
I don't know what's up there.
Oh, I Shazammed our song on the radio the other day. Thank you, Matt Berry. But Shazam is working. So
Yeah, you can just pure volume it.
We're on Shazam. Like Shazam recognized.
check us out on
Yeah, man.
MySpace.
Yeah, it'll be on MySpace, pure volume.
What is that? Does that mean we made it? Or
I don't know if you know this, but Nexopia had a music section.
It's
so
on Next Music. Yeah.
Check us out on Nexopia Music.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on the Much Music Video Countdown as well.
For the riskier types, if you download LimeWire,
Yeah,
you should be able to collect a variety of viruses as well as our
Yeah, you
tracks.
can torrent it.
no, not if you use FrostWire as the upgrade.
Oh, FrostWire, right? I remember hitting that up.
There's a
right.
solid Portuguese version of the album.
What was the Brazilian rip?
Yeah, they just took my vocals off and overdubbed it in
Didn't
Portuguese.
Treason get like
Russia.
Russia?
They got Russian love.
Hundreds of Russian torrents for, for treason.
Treason got torrented in Russia.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, not hundreds of torrents, but
Well,
One
it was
torrent.
There's a
torrented
torrent.
hundreds of
Yeah.
times.
Hundreds of times.
I
yeah.
assume.
you can
We should go tour
steal our
Russia.
music. Yeah.
You know what?
Maybe
I don't
not.
I don't know about that one, Mark. But
I mean, Russian tour sounds sick.
I mean, we love our
It'd
Russian.
be cold, man.
Yeah,
Fans.
you're right. Probably colder than here. maybe.
Canada's
Yeah,
not
let's tour
cold.
Russia in the summer. In their summer.
I want to go to Siberia in the winter. You gotta
Play an outdoor show to the Siberian Tigers.
on skates.
Rock out. Crooked Spies on ice. You're my brother.
You know what band I can see doing that? which just
No, be nice.
the darkness.
Oh yeah.
Already have the figure skater.
The dude wears fucking.
Yeah, and
Where's the outfit
if he
for
could
skating?
put some figure skates on and just be ripping it, like, I'd see that
He
show.
could do it too.
I'd see
Maybe.
it.
I don't know. I wouldn't see it actually.
I mean, I'd torrent it.
So when we see that happen,
Is that the next thing though for rock and roll?
What's the next
Stay
thing
alive?
for rock and roll?
On
Rock and
ice.
roll on ice.
I could see it.
Dancing or no?
I'm sure it
What's
exists,
that
like-
figure skating show with celebrities, except it'll just be all rock and roll.
Theo was on that show, and he was fucking pissed he lost during Flurry. I remember seeing an article. He was like, "It's fucking rigged, man." He got like third or something.
The Dancing with the Stars.
It was like a figure skating.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
that's awesome.
forget what it's called. Dancing with the Stars is just dancing, but this is like
Skating with the Stars.
figure skating with the stars. Stars on ice.
Stars on ice.
Is there any other like kind of final things you guys want to say? And
Cody's the best.
Yeah. Thanks for enduring this again.
Groove Talk. Coming at
6
you.
months, 6 month recovery.
I
We're
think.
stoked.
Yeah. Thanks to. I think the huge thanks to all our fans. They're just like
Fans, friends.
all of our friends that are
Friend
fans.
fans.
All our fans. All our
You guys
friends
basically
are our friends.
have paid us a lot
Supporters.
of money over the last
A
3.5
moderate
years.
to low amount of money, but we love
Not
you.
enough.
But
that we
even
can get
just
vinyl,
like
but,
Yeah.
a couple days ago, we played Cochrane and we met a bunch of new people. So like, thanks
That
to
was a
all the
dope
people
show.
that come up and say, "Hey, your music is awesome," and then talk to us. Like,
Yeah.
those are the people. That's why we love being on stage and we love playing music, but connecting with people is like a huge part of it.
And we like all people in this band.
Every people.
Like, we're
The
nerdy,
people.
board gaming, Pokemon playing, Minecrafting,
Schooling.
rock schooling.
Dylan's a
dudes.
geologist.
Yeah,
I'm
but
studying psychology.
Here's the deal: we don't care if you're down for electronic music or into hip hop or into R&B and soul and blues and metal. There's a place for you at Crooked Spies.
Totally.
We want high fives and hugs,
Yeah.
and haters gonna hate, but that's okay.
Skater's gonna skate.
Cause we even, you know what? You can come join too, haters. There's love for you over here.
Gator's gonna gate.
Gator, yeah. Even if you wear Crocs, you can like Crooked Spies.
Potatoes.
Gonna potate. Oh!
Damn.
That was top notch. I have nothing else to say.
Out.
Thank you.
Dropping the mic.
Can I drop this? Is that okay?
No,
It's the most polite rock move ever. Do you mind if I just
I can reimburse you.
sorry. Is it okay if I just? Oh, thanks.
the Canadian rock star? Oh, okay, sorry.
Cool, man.
Yeah, thanks,
Awesome,
Cody.
yeah.
Thanks
so much,
people.
man.
Hey, December 15th, we want to see you there. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know if we've said it yet. I gotta give a shout out to all my CMI AU West homies. You guys rock. Mm-hmm. And December 15th,
Crooked Spies.
Night Owl.
Free the Cynics,
Free the
Ghost
Cynics,
Factory.
Ghost Factory.
High Plains.
Not
That's
EP.
it.
Full length.
Oh yeah.
Double EP.
Plains album.
Times 2 EPs. Full.
Crooked Spies.
December 15th.
Hey, you guys are beautiful.
On the high plains, with fresh days, spending our time trying to regain ourselves.
If you liked this episode of the podcast, why not leave a review? You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. For up-to-date information on the podcast, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can find us at FrogE Style Productions. That's Frog, the letter E, Style Productions. For more ways to support the show, visit fsproductions.ca.